Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Brereos Kerensky and welcome to the unboxing of the forbidden Nahobin box of Shin Megami Tensei V for the Nintendo Switch, of course. Right on the front we have this flap that details the contents, so why not going through those right now? The Nintendo Switch game Shin Megami Tensei V, I would say, of course. A Queen Shinkan, an art book that mentions a DVD, so maybe there is a digital version of it included. A rearranged soundtrack and a t-shirt. And this goes out, and on the back side we just have the details of this game. And now we are looking at the rather abstract box that on all sides only has these eyes. I'm sure that the game will answer what these are. And on the side I haven't shown we have the actual contents, so let's slide them off. So I guess this is the soundtrack. Yes, it is. This is the art book. Then the game. And finally another box with, I would guess, the t-shirt inside. This is the Japanese version of Shin Megami Tensei, and the cover is pretty much the same as the Western release, only with a different title. So, on the spine, nothing out of the ordinary, and on the back, I would say this is the protagonist, a series of very small screenshots and technical details, and inside there is some advertisement, a link to the manual, the Switch cartridge, of course, and an inner illustration of the protagonist. This case holds the rearranged soundtrack with a rather classy front cover with just the protagonist, the numeral 5 here, and a rather abstract background, not as much as the front cover of the box, but on the back there is the track list for both discs. There is a total of 35 tracks, and inside a stark white inner cover, and the CDs have a black and white front cover, and nothing much else to say. I guess disc 2 is from the game and this is the rearranged version of that. A Queen Shinkan, the art book, that on the front cover has a very esoteric line drawing. There is the name of this book in kanji, and down here there is the title in English, The Forbidden Book of Demons. And unlike many other art books, this is properly bound, and on the back just a random series of scribblings. So let's take a look at this, and let's try to figure out why it mentions a DVD inside. So yeah, this is just a series of illustrations of the various demons in the game, which should not be particularly, spoilerish for Shin Megami Tensei's experts. And of course, if you care about this game, you have probably followed Atlus series of introductions about the demons and how designers came up with the art and so forth. A very interesting series, I must say. Of course, if you have never heard about Shin Megami Tensei, probably you have heard about Persona, and Persona is a spin-off of Shin Megami Tensei. And if I'm not mistaken, the Shin Megami Tensei is a reimagining slash reboot of the original Megami Tensei, which, if I'm not mistaken, started way back on the PC-88. And I think there is also at least one Famicom release. But I am a bit flaky on this series' very old history. It's nice to have this book, but I would have preferred something more about the game. Because lists like these you can find pretty much everywhere. Because, I mean, it's just the illustration of the demon, its name, a brief description, and nothing more. Not even the elemental affinity or whatever. It's just a collection of illustrations. And I don't really know why this mentions a DVD in its description on the game outer box. Yeah. And this is the Forbidden Book of Demons. A bit of a letdown. This box holds the last item of this limited edition, the t-shirt, and the box itself is rather plain. So let's take a look at the t-shirt itself. Nothing else inside the game. Oh, this is size L, and most probably it's size L for Japan, so it will be a very tight fit for my bulky European frame. This is the front. And you also have a rear print. And I see there is also here another print on the left arm, and on the right nothing. The Forbidden Nahobin box of Shin Megami Tensei V is a bit lackluster. I appreciate the double CD soundtrack, the t-shirt is nice, but the art book is just a collection of illustrations you can find everywhere else, and there are no real standout items in this edition. This is the Japanese edition, and it's kinda similar to the Western edition. The Western edition lacks the t-shirt and replaces it with a backpack, and it still has the 2 CDs and the art book, and it adds a steelbook case to that, so it does feel a little richer than this Japanese edition. A first hour play of this game will follow soon enough, but don't expect a review because I'm kinda swamped with things to do. In the meantime, I hope you have enjoyed this unboxing and you'll stick around for more. Brereo Skarensky, over and out.